Hey guys, welcome back to PowerApps Learning channel. Today we are going to look at how you can make your PowerApps app responsive for different size of devices, mobile phones, tablets, iPad, Surface or desktop browser also. So only one app will appear properly on all size of devices. So let's see how we can achieve this. So I'll be considering SharePoint as a backend data source. I'll be using a default app which automatically get generated when you start from SharePoint list. We'll be doing some modification into that. By default, it supports responsive for the gallery control, but the other controls like the forms and all that, we will look into that how to make it responsive. So let's jump into the demo app. So this is our demo app which is connected to a sample list. These are the default screens. I have just added another edit screen to have other metadata. Let me just play this app. So this is the app in play mode. What you see is this is how it is appearing on the browser. What you can see is this is not really responsive. It's still because this is a mobile layout. So if you want to create an app which you want to be supported for mobile devices as well as for the desktop, that is what we are going to look at it today. Otherwise, the only option is you create an app with the mobile layout or and create another app with the desktop layout or iPad layout. So instead of creating two separate apps, you can just make one app responsive to appear properly on all or any kind of devices. So if you see, if I try to add, this is how it is looking. So let me just even just open the developer tool and go to the mobile view. So if I just try to, let's say, make it iPad, make it 100, so this will not be looking really proper. So if you see it, let me just change it to iPhone. So for the mobile, of course, but again in the mobile you have 5 inch, 3 inch. The width is really different on for all the mobile devices. So there might be a gap on both the sides of the screen. So we will cover up everything. So all that gap will go away with these two settings. What we are going to look at now. So let me just switch it back to the regular mode. And yeah, so how we are going to achieve it. So there are only two things what you need to do is one, change the from the app setting, change scale to fit to off. By default it is enabled, you need to change it to off. And then second is all your control, you need to set the width to Parent.Width. And if it is about the positioning of the control which you want to appear on the left side, right side or at the center, then you need to make their X positioning relative depending on the parent width. So let's switch to the Power App Studio. So yeah, so first setting is what you need to do is scale to fit. So let's go to the file and settings. So in the settings, you will see these three options here. So in the screen size, this is a mobile layout, and this is a scale to fit, which you need to turn it off. So when you turn it off, lock aspect ratio will also get turned off, and then just click on apply and back to your studio. Yeah. Now what we'll do, we'll save these changes and we will just see how it appears with this only one change, scale to fit, making off. We will save it and we'll try to run the app. So I have saved the changes. Let me just refresh this app. Still not reflected. Yeah. So when you make it scale to fit, what you see on the screen is it will take the size of the screen no matter what device it is, iPad, Surface, mobile, tablet, desktop, browser. It will take the size of the full size of the screen and then it will appear like this. So now this gallery control is already adjusted automatically with the default app which get created automatically from SharePoint list. But if you go to, let's say, just try to add a new item, so the screen size is adjusted, okay, the top header and all that, but the form, what you see, the form controls, these are not adjusted. So if you try to change this size for your devices, let's say this is your a portrait mode uh, of your iPad. So this is how it will look on the iPad, and this is, let's say, your tablet. So this is how it will look. So this is not actually a fully responsive. So that's what we need to make another change, which is a parent.width. So if I just show you, so this is how it is appearing. Let's just close it. Let's just try to view an atom. That's how it is appearing. Let's try to edit it. So this is like all the controls are appearing on the left side. So let's see how we will change the parent.width of the controls. So back to the Power App Studio again. Now go to the edit screen or the screen where you are using the form controls. For example, let's go to this edit screen. Let's go to the form. So if you see the width of the form control, let's go to the width of the screen first. So this is app.width or app.design width. So this will take the width of your device. So this is fine. If you go to the width of the form control, that is also fine because it is already set to parent.width. But the controls or the data cards inside it, what you see is, if you look at it, the width of it is fixed, which is 640, depending on the mobile layout what you had chosen while creating app. So what we need to do is we need to change the width of all these data cards. So let me just select all of them and change the width to parent.width. Okay, let's do it same for the other screen. We have another screen with this form. Let's open all the data cards inside it and change the width to parent.width. Set. Now this is one thing. Let's go to this display form also. You will have all these data cards here. Let me just select all of them and set the width to parent.width. Now let me just save this app and then we will run it again and let's see the change, how it will appear. So now we have saved the changes of all the data cards with the parent.width. Now let's try to add and record. So you will see the difference now. All the controls inside the form control are appearing with the full width now. So you will be able to see. Let me just change the size of it. So let's say this is a mobile, this is your iPad, let's say this is your tablet, so this is your surface. So depending on your screen size or device size, uh, the controls and the form controls, the controls within the forms will take the size of it. uh, so let me just close this. So if you just try to open an existing, so you will see this is appearing on one line now. The address earlier it was wrapped up. If you try to edit it, all the control, this is how it will appear. So that's how with this just two changes. So just two changes of scale to fit and making your form control, the controls within the form, the data cards, uh, and the controls within data card. Let's say by chance you have added the form control, additional form controls. So and the controls within the data card. So everything you need to cross check if it is using the relative width like parent.width, and then it will be responsive and it will support all the devices what you are using or what your end users are using. So I guess that's it in this video. Just wherever needed, just try to make these changes and your app will be ready to use for all your devices, including your desktop browser and all your mobile devices also. That's it. Thank you for watching.